Hi, how are you? I'm Gonzalo Alvillana, and I'm very happy to show you this, to share this with you. Myself, and Adrian Vega are really proud of this idea, this product that Crazy Jokers and Moonfish Magic has very kindly accept to share. So let's talk a little bit about it. But first, let's talk a little bit about the history of the plot. And I don't want to miss anybody, so I have written down the names because I'm really bad with names. But this idea has been around, like the appearing of the blister effect has been around for centuries, and it's probably even older than we know. In the past, magicians used the holes of keys to create the effect of the blister appearing in the thumb, just as a gag, just in the way that, for instance, Penn and Teller in one of his specials, and also in Cruel Tricks for Dear Friends and different books and publications, they use the idea they show you how to get free coffee everywhere, you know, and when your teller has the key ready, and when he wants to take the coffee from the lady, he pretends to be burned, he shows the blister, and they give the coffee for free. This is a normal or typical use of the gag, and a brilliant use from Penn and Teller. But the idea seems to be originated by Jack Kent Tiller, and there is, as I said, a lot of people involved in the evolution and different takes and ideas, like Michael Weber, James Anthony, that has created 2 different versions. Viking Magic has his own take. Jason Palter with the 3-degree burn, which was the first time that I saw the actual product, and the idea was with him. Also Gustavo Sereno, branded by Tim Trono, which we will talk a little bit later. Brent Valsk, Callum Morelli, and of course I want to say also thanks to all of these brilliant creators and to everybody else, because probably in history there's even more people even not known. And I also want to thank Imanol Ituiño, Sara Rodriguez, and Adrian Vega, of course, because with them this would not be here. But once we said all of this, and once we have thanked our masters from now and the past, let's see what you have received. Let's see what this is. No pain, no gain. So no pain, no gain is a system, a unit, a simple gimmick. I'm gonna open it with you, although you have already done that. Here you have the tutorial and instructions, but you already know that, of course, with this beautiful design. And you have this sleeve, which will help you to protect the gimmick, if you want to use it that way, to keep it from performance to performance. And inside you have your gimmick. You have the no pain, no gain unit. Okay, this unit is designed to have all of the different options to create any card freely as a blister in your hand. On the left side, you will have all of the suits of the cards, and on the right side, you will have from ace to king in descendant order, all of the values, all of the numbers. Also, as a bonus, we have put a hole over the suits. You will probably wonder, like, what is this about? This is to create just a regular blister, just as you're seeing right now. If you press it for a little time, the shape of the no pain, no gain gimmick will stay on your flesh. Right now I had created a blister, and you can use it just for the gag or just as an introduction for other effects. So this is basically a gimmick that you will hide in a lot of different options and places, but we will discuss it in a time. So now that you know what you have, let's meet the expert. Let's meet Adrian Vega himself to teach you the best routine on my taste that No Pain No Gain has to offer. But to give you started, let's talk to him.
Hello everyone, I am Adrian Vega and I am so happy to share this small routine with all of you. I am not sure that this is the best routine, but at least it's one of the most practical routine because you are going to hide this gimmick in full view inside of your normal deck of cards using just a joker, and in any time you can add the joker or remove the joker in a very natural movement, and you are going to be able to create this blister effect. So let's see what I do. So first I use the gimmick that you already know with all the cards, all the numbers, and I'm gonna point to me in this case. This is not very necessary as you're gonna see in a moment, but this is what I do. Then I'm gonna take one of the joker, in my case I use the color one, but doesn't matter, and I'm gonna point to the spectator, okay? This is to the spectator and the cards they are pointing to me. So I can read here 8, 2, 3, whatever, here. And now I'm gonna glue this together like this. If you want, you can split the card and just keep only the joker, but this is not necessary. And in my case, I don't do this in this case. So just using a double tape or whatever you want. Also here, I'm gonna do it very quick for you. You are going to stick this. Also here, if you use scissors, it's better than your fingers, but just for the tutorial is enough, okay? So remember, this is pointing to me, this is pointing to the spectator, and now I'm gonna turn over like this, and I'm gonna glue, of course in a very professional way, not like this, but very professional way, I'm gonna glue the gimmick behind the joker. As you're gonna see, I am not great doing these handmade gimmicks, but for the tutorial I hope this is clear. So you're gonna square there a little bit, you're gonna really square, and now you have the gimmick, yes, behind the joker. Of course, you're gonna take the scissors to cut this out, this cut out, but here in a normal joker, you have all the cards behind, okay? So this is what I do. Normally, I like to use, of course, the two joker because I think this is more natural to add or steal it in the moment that you need. And imagine just taking a deck of cards, okay? So in this case, you can just put back the joker and you can shuffle like this, and anytime, anywhere in the deck is gonna be the gimmick like this. Here, because this is a very wide gimmick, the thing that you can do is just taking a pencil, a normal pencil, you can do a little bit like this for all the four sides, so like this you can help to hide the gimmick inside to the deck. Of course, you never are going to show the card like this, but if you want to cover a little bit, also you are going to handle the deck like this, so it's very difficult to find the gimmick. You can help with a pencil trying to paint a little bit for the four side, and you are going to help to hide this in the deck, okay? So this is the only thing that you are going to do. So now I make sure that the cards, they are pointing to me, okay? They are 8, 2, 3, like this. So now I'm gonna talk with the spectator. So I am here and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna use the deck of cards, okay? I'm gonna shuffle the deck of cards, and you are going to think any card in the deck. Doesn't matter the card, could be a red card, could be a black card, whatever. And now I am handling the deck of cards in a very natural way, okay? So now when I ask the spectator to think the card, as you saw in the trailer, I'm gonna cut, and because this is bigger and thicker, it's very easy to really cut for the gimmick like this and put it on top in the deck, okay? Like that. Of course, I don't do like this. I do in this position. I shuffle, I cut, whatever you want, and when I ask to the card, I cut and I wait in this position like this. So I am showing also the card to a spectator. I can do a fan because the gimmick is waiting there, okay? So when I say that, I like to ask to the spectator for a card, but in two different times, because it's the two times that I are going to use my thumb to create the blister, pressing so much in the gimmick, because I really want to make sure that once I show the blister in my thumb tips, they are really very clear to see, okay? Because with other gimmicks, they were so difficult for me to really create the card. So now I want to make sure that I press so much here, as you saw on the trailer, okay? So I am here, I say, as you know, there are black cards and red cards, what do you want? And I don't use the force, I really ask for a color and for a suit. So for example, they say clubs. Clubs, are you sure? Now when I change the deck like this, okay, so I change to my right to my left, I'm gonna hold the deck with my thumb in the suit that I want, okay? In this case, for example, it's clubs, okay? So I change, and now I am starting pressing so much, okay? But from here, you see clubs. Are you sure? Okay, so from clubs you have too many numbers. You have to from ace to 10. So now I am in this position pressing a lot, but pointing here like I am imagining different numbers, different picture cards. So I say from ace to 10, jack, clubs, jack, queen, or king. So what card do you want? 7? Perfect. 7 of clubs. Are you sure? Sure? So imagine we have a lot of time here, a lot of time that I am pressing this so much just to make sure that I'm going to create a really big blister the image. So this is very nice. So I am here with the club. I'm going to try to square more or less. Say 7, sure? Okay, so let's do this. Take the lighter. So now I point the lighter of the matches, whatever you want, or the light from your iPhone, doesn't matter, just a point of light or bar, turn on, and now I am going to again change my hands. And of course, the thing that I am doing is just with my thumb looking for the number that I need, in this case 7. So I hold in the same position with my thumb pressing so much, and in this position like this, I say, take the lighter, put on, perfect, because I'm going to create something. And now I am pressing so much here, and at the same time I am going to take out or touch the flame, the light from your iPhone, whatever you want, but meantime I am pressing so much, okay? So I do this, so I am here again, I boom, now I leave the cards on the table like that, but at the same time I just created the 7. So I go with my thumb again, and now touching with both thumbs, I can show that I just create, in this case, the 7 of clubs. You can see here that the image is very powerful, very strong. It's maybe a few seconds it stays on your thumbs. Why? Because we created this in 2 times, and we make sure that we really press so much in a very natural way. Just holding the deck, I am choosing and I am creating the blister theme. No? So in full time should be this in the middle, whatever you want, and real time, I mean. Say you are going to thin any card. So now I cut and I move my body here, so I am covering. Also, you can weight the suit in this position, okay? So it's very clear. Say, what suit do you want? Hard, okay. So now I close, I put my thumb in hearts, for example, and I say, hard, you have ace to 10, jack, queen, clubs. Just jack, queen, king, sorry. So what do you want? Jack, sure, perfect. So take the light there. Doesn't matter, put the fire, and now again I am pressing here so much, I am creating the fire is burning, so you have smoke is also great, and now you just create again the jack of hearts, okay? So this is the timing. Also you can choose first the number you want. If you are waiting there, you ask for a number, you close with the same movement, you close and you choose the number, you are pressing and say 8 of what? Clubs, spade, heart, clubs, okay? So now I change and I say put the lighter, boom, create the first one, leave it there and create the second one, okay? So you can choose the order that you want for the presentation, but the idea just to do the blister in 2 times, I think is very practical because you have plenty of time to really create the blister in your thumb tips, okay? And once you finish this, you are going just to look for the jokers, okay? Let's say, I can show another trick for you. Now you can do the Chicago opener that you're gonna see now with Gonzalo. You can do the trick that you want because yes, if you are taking out the jokers, so in this case they are together, but it is over there, you are taking out the first joker here, you are taking out the second joker like that, also behind this, remember this is the tape, but you are going to cut this perfectly. So you just remove the 2 joker, you put this in your pocket, in the card case, wherever you want, and you have now a normal deck of cards to be able to do whatever you want. So this is the basic or main routine, or just one routine that you have the gimmick inside to the deck. And now let's go back with Gonzalo, that he's gonna share with you the rest of the routine, and of course with a better English than mine.
So let's imagine that you're about to start your walk around session and you get to the table with a candle, very nice table, very nice evening. There is a couple of people here and you're going to perform a magic for them. So you just ask them, hi, I'm gonna show you a little bit of magic using the heat of the candle and this deck of cards. I want to please ask you to name any card do you want. Which, do you want to change your mind? No? Okay, the Three of Hearts then. Perfect. I'm gonna use a little bit of the, whoa, sorry, oh, I burned myself. Yeah, I burned myself, but good news is that I burned to the Three of Hearts. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't know if the pain is gonna let me, but I'm gonna try to continue and perform some more magic for you. Let me take the deck out of the card case, and of course we are not gonna, yeah, we will not use the Joker, so forget about it. And I'm gonna ask you to please select any card whatsoever. They can pick freely. Let's imagine that they pick this one, okay, the Eight of Hearts. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to please put your card here, and we are gonna lose it. Okay, perfect. We're gonna just use a little bit of the heat of the candle, less than before, because we don't want to burn ourselves. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And if it's enough, you will see that right now there is one card. You will not believe it, but there is one card burned. Not like the other ones. This one is burned. And this card, of course, what was your card? Sorry? The Eight of Hearts, just like this one. Awesome, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm going to ask you to please, let's select another card again. Let's try our luck another time, but let's make it more random. Okay, I'm gonna just pass cards. It doesn't matter if some fall to the floor, whatever, just tell me stop whenever you want. Okay, here. Okay, look at your card. We're gonna lose it again, and we're gonna use the heat just as before, just a little bit more. You will not believe me, but look at this. In the middle of them, there is one, oh no, something is happening. No, sorry, maybe I have not used enough, or maybe sometimes magic is just way too much surprising. Okay, what you have just saw, it's a very humble take on the Chicago opener mixed with the Crazy Flasher. Sorry, with No Pain, No Gain. But Crazy Flasher is also a great product that you should look. Sorry. So what you need for this effect is a duplicate, only one duplicate, in which this case would be, I'm gonna use the two 7 of diamonds, okay, 7 of diamonds. The preparation goes like this. You first put the normal 7 of diamonds on the bottom of the deck, and with a lighter, you burn the back of the card. You can have this printed, or and it will look better maybe, but just a lighter would do the work. So you put it on top. Then, of course, what you need is our No Pain, No Gain gimmick and a card case. In the card case, you put everything here. You put here a little bit, because I have used it way too much now, but you put a little bit of double stick tape and some flash cotton, okay? Or you can also put some flash string, but the flames would be bigger and it will burn a little bit longer, so you just need to be careful. What you want to do to the No Pain, No Gain gimmick is to prepare it, I like to prepare it in this way. This is a setting that we have used for other things. For instance, this is a really good way to use as a slide for the card to wallet effect. But what I have done is to peel the backs of two cards. I have glued them with white tape. I had created like a little, articulation like this. Then you put the backs with glue and you have one joker and the no pain no gain gimmick. And no pain. Let's short it out to no pain. So you put this thing here. You leave the outside of the gimmick here and you close. Okay? This thing is free like this. You can put a little bit more of double stick tape here or a blue tack, but it's not really necessary, but just if you want to use it. So you are ready with the flash cotton and you start very cleanly, very openly. You show the deck. There is no need to show the back of the deck, but you know, you can pass it from hand to hand, something like this. And you ask them, hey, name any card. Instead of using, you more or less use the 2 times sequence of Adrian Vega to load the blister, to prepare the blisters, but you also can, like with the candle, you have the completely excuse to directly look at it and to use both hands. Because what you want to do is, once they name it, like let's go for claps and 8, you put your fingers, you press, and you go towards the flame. do not put it way too close now, but you know, you go towards the flame. Once it's burned, you have the excuse to whoa, or drop it to the table if you have the chance, or just do it in the hands like this, like oh, whoa, 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 oh, I burned myself, sorry, like something has happened, okay, something is bad. Oh, I burned myself, but look, the 8 of clubs. You know, you name one card, is here at least. Okay, so we know now that we can use heat for our magic. Let's try to use it a little bit more calmly. Now, what you want to do is to open the card case and let everything fall to the hand. At the same time, to the hand, not to the floor. At the same time, you are gonna let the no pain no gain gimmick with the extra joker fall to the hand. And you're gonna say, I'm not gonna use the card case, and of course, you pretend to look at them a little bit, you take the no pain, I'm not gonna use the joker. This makes not so much sense, so you could perfectly start the routine on reverse. You can, but I don't want to show them the face of the 7. This could be easily avoided, adding one card and steal it later, you know. But just for simple solution, I think this one, like I don't want to use the joker, and if you're quick enough, it doesn't really matter. If you want to do a little bit extra work, this is better like this. Okay, show all of the cards. Oh, sorry, show all of the cards. I don't want to use the jokers. And now you get rid of this card in whichever way you prefer. Like you steal it, you do whatever, okay, or just whatever. So the important thing is that you end up here. You have the burn card and the duplicate. You offer them, in case you don't know how to do the Chicago opener, I'm gonna try to run through it quickly. You offer them any card and you leave, or you can do it on the hands or on the table. You leave this thing here, they put the card on top, and now you put the rest. So right now, there would be a black card, like the 7, the normal 7 will stay in the lower packet, and here we have the 7 and the chosen card. So what you want to do is a double lift. I have done a triple lift because I'm stupid. Okay, so you want to do a double lift to show that their card has burned. Oh my god, see, with a little bit of heat, your card has burned. I'm gonna repeat it, so you leave it here, but what you have left on the table is the 7. You put everything together, you have the 7 here, ready, you do a Hindu force or whatever, show the 7, pretend that this is a mistake, there is no card here, and now reveal that it's on the table. This is the basic Chicago no pain, no gain. Chicago blister, we like to call it. Thank you very much. Modern times requires modern solutions. Imagine that you don't want to do a card trick with cards. Because right now, in a digital era, magicians no longer need cards to do card tricks. I'm going to show you how I do mine. I have everything that I need right here. Okay, right here. This is a card case that I have at home, and I can promise you that it's a very normal one. Actually, the first effect, I'm going to make the card case disappear. Look, nothing in my hands, no sleeves. Ta-chan! The card case is gone. And this is a normal card. Okay, these are normal. I have shuffled them. You can believe me. No, really, really. Look, they are all shuffled. As you can see, they are all shuffled, okay? All shuffled. I'm gonna ask you to please think of any card whatsoever. You don't say anything, but just think of the card, okay? And make it to your mind. I'm gonna start to shuffle. I can shuffle them like this, but see, some of them are already shuffled. Some will shuffle upside down, doesn't matter. A little bit more. Aha, even a little bit more. Oh, let's shuffle them completely, all but one. First completely, and now all but one. But not only that, you can see that every single one of them, you are not really amazed by this. I don't know why, because this is amazing. But all of them but one that is also burned. Have you seen? The back of the card is burned. Hey, look, take a closer look. Yeah, it's completely burned. What was your card? The ace of clubs. Okay, you're not gonna believe me, but the next card, the card that you're gonna show. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, this is way too hot, but I hope that. No, please, no. Oh, no. Okay, the ace of clubs. Yeah, I burned myself. I'm sorry, but at least we have the ace of clubs. Okay, so this is an idea to use the phone as a deck. Like, you can do this impromptu or you can do this for real. I think the premise and the idea for the routine is fun. Like, hey, nobody uses cards anymore. Cool magicians like me are only using their phone. You know, that's a funny plot. That's a funny, silly idea. And what you need to do is to make some photos of the cards, and you can create using AI, or you can download it from the internet. You will need a warning of high temperature for the iPhone. I think this is a good gag and also a surprise, because if I show you the burn card and now you see the photo of the card, it looked good, but it could be trick, it could be an app, it could be something fishy technologically. But if I show you this, it breaks the rhythm, it breaks the structure and the narrative, and it's a surprise. And it's exactly the moment that you need, and you can do it before, but let's see. What I have done is to prepare the vanishing card case gag from the beginning. I think it's funny, it's silly enough. Then you have a normal photo of the deck, you show them everything, you make some photos, mixing them, and there are some upside down and some upside down, up, because the first idea was to create a mock-up version of the Triumph. Like, I'm gonna show you a trick of the late Professor Dai Vernon. He used to mix them upside down, upside down, up, and everyone, like I was trying to do a fun take on that, but at the end I just end up doing what you show. What did you show? You do a photo of all of the backs, and then a photo of one burned card, which I have used the one from the Chicago blister, and one photo of the burned card close-up, and then the warning. In this moment, in the moment of the warning, you're gonna start pretending that the mobile phone is hot. that will give you the excuse, because of course the no pain no gain gimmick is glued using glue tack, but you can use double stick tape or even magnets could work, but I think glue tack is safer and easiest. You will put it here. What I have done also is to have a white card on my card case, just, you know, in case in any other moment they see my phone, it will not look so suspicious, but it's not really necessary, it's just something extra. So you glue it there, okay, and nobody will care for that, because you can even like show it like this and doesn't matter. So once you have the photos ready, sorry, because probably there will be better ways to show these slides. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just using my photos. But once you are showing this and pretending that the mobile phone is hot, like you can or use the direct load blister preparation, like with the candle, you know, like direct 2 thumbs. This is normal, like this is natural here. Or you can use the idea of the 2 times preparation. First you hold it with one hand, you prepare the suit, then you hold it with the other hand and you prepare the number. If you have any smoke device or any watch smoke device, it's a really nice touch. It's a really, you know, oh. Also, the blowing of the smoke gives you extra time in case you have asked right before this slide, which is what I have done in the video. So that's it. Then you show them that you say, sorry, I cannot show you the trick because the phone is too hot. Oh, boom, and you reveal the blisters, and this is the phone idea. I'm gonna try to do some mentalism now. I want you to please concentrate. Yeah, I think I want you to please concentrate on one card. Okay, whatever card you want. I'm gonna. Okay, I think your card is this one. Well, actually, no, it's not the Ace of Spades. Of course, I know it's not the Ace of Spades, but I mean, what was your card? Sorry. Oh, the eight of Spades. Oh, good, pretty close. No, I know that this is not the Ace of Spades. What I have done here is to draw a whole deck, and inside of this deck, there is your Ace of Spades. Thank you very much. No, okay, this is just a joke. No, sorry. Let me, and you burn this. Oh, whoa. The Eight of Spades. Okay, this is a notepad, the notepad idea. It's a very simple idea. It's a very bold approach, I think, but I think it's also interesting, and it can go in multiple directions, and you can do multiple things. What you want to do, right now I have not done it because I had burned myself and I don't want to burn myself again. No, I'm joking. It's just a matter of simplicity for the tutorial. You will have the candle and you will have some flash paper here, and you can write with Sharpie and flash paper, as you may know already, with no problem whatsoever. So what you will do is to do the card from the cardiographic gag from Martin Lewis, the great master Martin Lewis, alchemist. You will do the gag of, no, but your card is here inside of the card case. In that moment, you have all of the time in the world to prepare what really would be the card, which I said I don't. Let's say that is the three of hearts. But your card is here. No, you don't believe me? Okay, I'm gonna show you. So with the two fingers ready, because with when you show the gag, you prepare, okay, 3 of hearts, you go here, and I go here. And I make it look like I'm using the thumb, but I'm not really using the thumb because I don't want to avoid, to crush the blister or anything. And you put it to the to the fire, and you can ask them to have a lighter on if there is no candle. You produce the flame, whoa, 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 whoa. You pretend to burn yourself, and you show them the revelation of the blister, It's very, very simple, and you can go in a lot of different ways. Because instead of using the flash paper, you can do it for real, or you can pretend that this is wrong, like you can put here the 4 of hearts, but they have said the, whatever. So you are wrong. You have written down a bad prediction. And it's like, oh, I don't deserve to be a magician. I have to punish myself, and you put the fingers to the fire. Sorry. You show that way. With this thing, this is very cool. You can do Swami work, because it's pretty safe. The only thing that you need to do is to cover the front, because you don't want anybody to see the blisters. So you cover the front, but you have all of the freedom to write with blister. Sorry, to write with the Swami. Sorry. Then you ditch the Swami off, and you do the flash paper thing with the blister as an ending. There are many more ideas, but I'm sure that the ones that you're going to create are much more better than mine. So let's go to the next one. Just to clarify the setup, what I'm doing is I have some loose pieces of paper, either normal paper or flash paper, that's up to you. And then what I have done is to put the no pain, no gain gimmick on the back. So I'm using one of these crocodile things. You can use a smaller one if you want. I like this one because I use this for other things. I like this one, but you can use different ones. So the back of this would be like the card case. You have your blisters ready. Another thing that you can do if you want to be extra safe or extra secure is to have paper in both sides. That way, your gimmick is completely covered any way possible, and once you have shown the gag or the revelation of the number, you can put your fingers between the paper and the actual no pain, no gain and prepare. This way you are covered from all angles, like nobody will see anything weird, anything suspicious. Once you're ready, you do the same. You take off the piece of paper and you burn it, or whatever way you want to go. But this way, the no pain, no gain gimmick will always be hidden. Although, with the other, if the other way around, if you are just careful to leave it there, it will also be impossible to see. But just as a quick note, the extra paper idea, I think, is very safe and very simple. Let's create a spooky effect using our no pain, no gain. I'm going to ask you, please, sir, to imagine any card possible. I have one matchbox here. You will not believe what is inside. Sorry, can you please tell for the first time which card? Oh, the 5 of diamonds. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to light up the candle. Yeah. Okay. And now, oh, damn, the 5 of diamonds. Okay. So what we have done here is to use the no pain, no gain in another object. And you will probably find a lot of... Sorry, because it was difficult for me to light it. It's much easier in real life. But what I have done is to hide the no pain, no gain under the cover of the back of the match. I think this is an extra safety thing, but it's not completely necessary. Like if you only have like this thing out, it's more than enough, to just, as with the deck or with the iPhone, if you use it like this, it's much simple to do not have the cover, but it's not difficult to. The idea would be to open like this. Fine for the it's better if you know your numbers by memory, so you don't have to look. So you're looking for right now I'm at the 8 of hearts. Okay, so under the guise of I'm gonna light a match, I'm gonna bam, whatever your presentation is, you prepare and you show the 8 of hearts. Okay, but of course what you want to do is to take off one match. These ones they are difficult for me because it's a very old matchbox. Yeah, but that way would not be, would be no problem. And once you do something spooky, and you show the 8 of hearts or whatever the card is. Okay, so another option would be to, instead of matches, you can have a folded playing card. If you, instead of you can do a multiple routine, like the first one is free, and the second one you use Equivoque or any Magician's Force, and you have inside the prediction folded and burned. Or maybe you can use other things like the Inferno set from Jos Vijay, or the Opener by Adrian Vega, any of those options to have multiple cards inside of this, multiple outs. That would be also a good way. But if you just want to use the no pain, no gain and a match, and what I would suggest is that you only have like one match instead of the box full, because it's more interesting to have like you will not believe what's inside, and it's only one match. And you're like, what? Like they were expecting the card, but bam, 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 and you reveal the blister. This is the matchbox effect, and as I said, you can use a cover like this, or you can use directly the no pain, no gain on the back of any matchbox that fits and sparks like this. So let's wrap everything up with a little bonus section of extra ideas and things that we have not mentioned on the tutorials per self. And I also want to talk a little bit about how we developed the gimmick itself, the no pain, no gain gimmick itself, which is kind of interesting because, for instance, what our first idea was to create a card shell, a card deck shell, sorry, that, will, this is Phoenix, this is, we created for bicycle, sorry. So the idea would be like a protector, and it would be the same, but soon we find that this was not a good idea. Then we thought about the possibility of having only this part and connected and disconnected from the card case. Also not good enough for what we were looking for. So we tried to create different approaches, we tried to create different gimmicks. The idea of just having a simple card came up, and we of course had to experiment with different sizes, with different shapes, a little bit like thicker, thinner. It was a matter of experimentation for a while. We also think about the possibility of having it two colors print design, like we were looking for to recreate the back of a playing card. That would be our last, like this was the first take, this would be our last take. But we soon realized that we were overthinking this, and they were not really useful, because if you really show the bug, and it's not a real bug, it will always catch attention more than just, avoid flashing the gimmick and having it invisible, which is the way what we finally end up with, which is this one. This is the final no pain, no gain that you have. And as you have seen a little bit, you have tons of possibilities of different ideas and approaches, ways that you can hide it or even have it in the pocket, like the ones from the past, but it's not our favorite method. Our favorite method is to hide it in plain sight, like if it is a card, as you have seen with Adrian, or hide it in different objects. And there are other things, like for instance, you can do a background production like a Roberto done, but with the blister. You can use the liquid for the burn formula, the burn add, like they create a number and fire creates that number on the paper, or in this case a playing card, and then the blister appears on your hands. You can create generation images for playing cards. You can have other effects like the firefighter deck from Adrian Zanetti, or you can create an invisible deck. Actually, the invisible deck approach, creating burn bags for each one of the cards, was our first idea, like the idea that hook us to this plot of no pain, no gain, to blend it with the no pain, no gain gimmick, and have the ending of the invisible deck, which is something that you can do if you take the time to burn the cards or color them and then put some treatment and create an invisible deck. Of course, we really like the idea of by Team Trono. And it's it's one of the reasons that we have put the blister option, because Team Trono has a really, really cool idea that he first show, like he does a pocket blister. So he first showed that I'm injured today, I have a blister on my thumb, and because I burn or whatever, and I cannot perform any magic, but I'm gonna try. And he takes a deck of cards and they select a card, and that blister, like that round blister that he shows at the beginning, ends up shaping its form into the shape of the card. Because once you have, for instance, the heart on the thumb, if you then, or the blister, the round shape, if you then go to any of the other shapes, that shape will change. It will change into the new one. So the blister on your finger will change into a new one to create a revelation, which is, we think, a wonderful idea. We just want to show you how it developed a little bit. We played with the, remember that you have all of the options in the world to hide it behind things, or for instance, you can also hide it inside things, like with the match idea, instead of, if you want to show the revelation of the card or whatever, or this card is a decoy, you can, make them open and they will see that this is not their card, this is not, but then you will reveal the actual card in the blisters, because you had glue your no pain no gain gimmick to the back of a matchbox, for instance. That would be another approach for the matchbox effect, instead of the one that you have shown in a moment before. So I think this more or less covers everything that we have prepared for now with the blister, with the no pain, no gain. We have more ideas for the future. We are looking forward to see you again, and we thank you, and again, thanks to Adrian Vega, which he's amazing always to work with, and without him this would not be possible. To all of my friends that I mentioned earlier, to all of the masters from the past, to Murphys, and of course, thanks to you. I'm Gonzalo Albiñana. See you next time.